I am late. I am still here. It's not my fault. I hate cars. Let's go back to horse and buggy. Probably make that happen a lot better. Just a thought. I could. Well, you don't think you could do a horse and buggy? A lot of people used to have to. Here's my whole thing. All you ever do is sit on her ass anyway.
On a comfortable, nice.
Oh, we do. You do. This hurts my back. It doesn't even hurt my back. It hurts my elbows. Hi, Beast. Or Donk Beast now. So why was the change again? Everybody say hi, Raisin. Not bye. Where are you? Where were you going? I'm gonna end up needing 2 bottles of water today. I can already feel it. He is nose deep in your shoes. That's gross. Oh, it was for the memes. The memes. Seriously, I look over and Pumbaa is just smack in his shoes. Alright, where are we at? Definitely need to go on and just jump in this. Get started. Rather than sit around being lazy bums. Or not. Not wanting to. It doesn't want to open. Oh, it blipped. There's no sucking. Blipping. Doing. What? Right. Yeah, you're the one doing it, so I figure it must be a you problem. I've tried that. Not going. I'm okay. Say it's not up. Do 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 do. So how was your day today? My day's been fun. I do this all the time and it never has issues. Go away. You... Oh, God help me. Did you need to update? Is that why you're cranky? Ooh, it's extracting my package. That's exciting. Yeah. You might try getting into Final Fantasy 14. Ah! I need to get back into. I'm level 57. Yeah, I'm like level 57 or so. I'm almost done with Heaven Sword, so I really need to get back on that. Up, we have liftoff. We have upward velocity. There we go. Mike Chunsoft. That was gonna be my next thing. I was like, watch the sound work now. But it does. So we're good. Le gasp! Oh no, you and Raisin go be French together. I'm going to need you to get extreme mustaches though. And we could play together. We could all play together. Raisin has a character too, but I'm actually a decent bit ahead of him at this point. At least 2 dungeons and a primal ahead of him at this point, but it wouldn't take him very long to get through it. Yeah, he's a warrior. I'm a white mage. I'm a kitty cat. Continue. I would just have to grind and catch up. Yeah, you'd have to grind and catch up for sure. But I actually really, 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 really enjoy the game. And I don't totally suck at it. So, I mean, there is something to be said in that. I need to dust. I need to clean. Continue or what in me? I'm confused and scared. Do we pick up from? Yeah, we're just picking up right from here, right? Like something doesn't seem right. Everyone else is already there when we arrived. Wherever we are. Right, so yeah, so everybody's here. Quark are sleeping peacefully. You never think to look at them like they'd been completely insane not so long ago. I say, Lee, I'm not a savage. But you are. Everybody listen, what? The bomb? Yeah. Told them how we'd found the #1 bomb in the garden and how, judging by the numbering on the 2 bombs we'd found so far, there was probably a #2 bomb out there somewhere too.
Oh, this is bad. What are we going to do?
Well, I think Alice mentioned something.
Well, Alice is unconscious.
There should be an emergency deactivation password. If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate. You see it right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
So if we have the password, we can deactivate them?
Whoa, hold on a second. That's great and all, but we need that password input device she was talking about. Without that, we're still boned even if we did have the password.
Yeah. That's why I want all of you to let me search you.
I beg your pardon?
What?
You heard me.
Yeah, you want
Chances
me to let
are
you
whoever
what?
planted those bombs is in this room. There's also a good chance they've also got the device we need to deactivate the bombs.
So you're planning to search us for it?
Exactly.
But...
No buts. If you refuse, then I'll assume it's because you've got it and you planted the bombs. Unless you want that, I suggest you cooperate.
Well then.
Clear?
Crystal.
Good. Now who's going to be first?
Who do I get to frisk first? Let me feel up the unconscious bodies.
Huh?
Wait. You only need to search
What?
one person. Because I figured out who did it. I know who did it. Words were out of my mouth before I'd even realized I
How
was
can
saying them.
There's no way.
I met Fi's gaze and nodded, then turned way. I know who set the bombs. That person's... Finger! It's you! Dio! Feels just like a class
Come on,
trial.
what is this? Are you high?
If I go to the flowchart, check under the yellow door for the red door path. Right here. No, go up. Yeah, red door's right here. And so I assume we're doing... We already got the end. Yeah, no worries. What are you, high? Well, we're about to find out. Sorry, Kay, but could you come hold him down?
Well...
It's on him, I
Knock it off,
promise.
Sigma. You're doing this all backwards.
So, this isn't a court? Besides, all we want is to know who set up the bombs. And why are you getting so worked up anyway? If you're innocent, then the search will show that you don't will show that, and I'll look like an
Nice
idiot.
try, but that's some bullshit totalitarian logic. I don't think so. What are you even basing this on? How do you know I set the bombs? Just spit it
Because
out.
I know about the
The
Myrmidon.
Myrma... what?
I beg your pardon?
No. How do you know that, Sigma?
Oh, that's not all I know. I know about Free the Soul, I know about
What the hell are
Brother.
you talking about?
I can tell you the details later. But there's no question that you're the one who set up the
fuck
bomb.
do you think you are? None of that has anything to do with me. I don't know who the Myrmidons are.
As you can tell, that's gonna be Quark's ending.
And
Yeah,
I don't
which
know
I'm
what
pretty
Free the
interested in.
Soul is, and I certainly don't know anything about some old fart called Brother.
Oh, Dio, tell me, how does that foot taste? Who the Myrmidons are? I don't recall saying the Myrmidons were people. And what about Brother? How would you know his age if I hadn't said anything besides his name?
Wait, so he's left? But that means he's a terrorist.
A terrorist?
Yeah, he's a terrorist. What? Oh, can you hear it? Oh, cool.
Oh dear.
Left?
That's nuts. It's not even 50%. That's how loud my stuff gets. Well, that too.
Well, looks like I won't be able to talk my way out of this one.
No, you won't, you circus freak.
Seriously, though, when did we get so famous? The Myrmidons aren't supposed to be something anybody knows about.
Well, we do.
Okay, you got me. Yes, I'm the leader of the Myrmidons. My real name is Left. I was sent here to stop Zero Senior's AB plan. That's why I planted the bombs. If it looked like the plan might actually succeed, I was supposed to blow this whole place sky high.
AB plan?
What's that?
Oh, well, looks like you don't know everything after all. I should have been more careful. Then again, it's not like it really matters. After all, you're gonna die here.
What?
No. I leapt toward him. I leapt
Hello there.
towards him.
Better not come any closer. You think I'm not prepared for this? Take one step and it'll be your last.
Then, that thing you're holding.
It's the detonator.
Yeah, I guess it is. Now back the fuck off!
Dio, please calm down. If you press that button, you'll die too.
Oh, he does not
So?
care.
Believe me, there's plenty more where this came from. Now that
What?
we've cleared that up, back off! Come on, move it! Go, go, go!
Oh, damn. No, we had no choice. Slowly, carefully, we backed away. All of us except for one, Tenmyoji.
Hey,
Oh, man.
Grandpa,
Rule number 1, don't mess with the old guy.
your hearing gone? I said back off!
No.
Yeah, no.
You, I'm not screwing around here.
See, Tenmyoji's gonna end up being the best
I can
character
see
to
that.
watch.
So why don't you do it? Go ahead. Press that button.
What?
Tenmyoji?
Something wrong? Hurry it up. I'm not getting any younger. Oh, do I sense hesitation? What's the matter, Dio? Scared? Well,
You son of a bitch.
Heh.
So you were just bluffing.
I'm not bluffing, goddammit. You hear me? I'll do it.
Oh, I'm sure you will. But there's really something I should tell you. See that detonator you're holding? It's a fake.
What?
Is it? For just an instant, Dio's eyes twitched down to the device in his hand. That was all the opening Tenmyoji needed.
Yeah!
Before the old guy got television, he cried out as it leapt through the air. Tenmyoji's leg shot out, knocking the detonator from Dio's hand. Shit!
What happened?
No good. The detonator. He doesn't have it
What?
anymore.
What's happening?
There's a red light on it now.
Yes, thank you, Luna. Oh, Grady.
Oh, you really fucked up, Tenmyoji. This is what happens when you try to show off.
It can't get away from him.
What?
Sorry. This is my fault. I didn't have time to tell you how it
What are you
works.
saying?
The detonator isn't supposed to separate from Dio. If it does, the timer on the bomb automatically activates.
Damn, how much do you know? Fine, whatever. Well, he's right. If that thing ever gets more than a meter away from me, it activates. When it does, it starts the timers on all the bombs. So thanks to this old fart, you get to try and defuse a bunch of activated bombs on a countdown. You can go ahead and destroy the detonator if you want. Once the timers have been activated, they'll go off anyway.
How long do we have? When do they explode?
You should know, Sigma.
At
Why
9
don't you
minutes.
tell her?
Should have been, but it's 30. Yeah.
30 minutes? That's crazy!
Yeah.
How do we stop them?
The emergency deactivation
None
passwords.
of us know them, though.
Right, none of us know, but there's someone who does, isn't there?
Okay. I'll give you one, since I'm such a swell guy. The password for bomb number 2 is EQD DYR
Are we supposed to
NTK.
actually keep up with those? Or not, because I actually don't even know if I have number 1.
Bomb number 2?
But we haven't found that one yet.
Oh?
Ew.
Oh. Well, my mistake. Must have slipped my mind. Well, there's nothing you could do anyway. You don't have the input device.
This is true.
Really, it'll be much easier if you all just give up. Oh gosh, I wonder.
Where did you
Yeah, I
put the
figured we could
number
look him up
2
if not, 'cause
bomb?
I'm not sure where I put number 1.
Shoot, you know, I just can't remember. Anyway,
Bitch.
I think it's time for me to be moving on.
Moving on.
To where?
What, I have to explain everything? To the next world, of course.
Whoa, I threw myself towards Dio, wrapped my hands around his wrist, and slammed him to the floor. He struggled, but I put all my weight on it to keep his arm pinned.
Shit, let go of me, goddammit! Get off of me! Let me go!
Nope, he continued to struggle, but I wasn't going to let him go. I shifted my weight to free one of my hands and started trying to pry his
Hey,
open.
Hey! I'm not fucking around, alright? Let go of my goddamn arm!
By then, the others had run over and piled onto Dio along with me. Even then, he refused to stop. With increasing desperation, he tried to get his hand, and I had grabbed him with his
We
mouth.
don't have a choice. Luna, go get the Soparil.
No, if we put him to sleep, we can't get what we need
You
out
think
of
I
him.
don't know that? What other choice do we have? Every minute we spend wrestling this prick is a minute we don't have to deal with those bombs. We don't have time for this. What are you doing, Luna?
Shit.
Go! Right. Okay, I've got it. I'm ready when you are.
Ugh, you can do whatever you want to me, you fucking
Just
cowards!
shoot it in his ass.
You're still gonna die! Go ahead, tell yourselves you can fix it. Run around like idiots before you get blown to atoms. Serves you fucking right! You're gonna burn!
Oh, for God's sake. Luna, shut him up.
Right. Here goes.
There we go. Taking her sweet time, though. So much panting. As I began to climb off of him, I finally pried Dio's hand open. There it was, just as I expected. A small, unassuming capsule. I didn't know what was in it exactly, but it was undoubtedly some kind of poison. I stumbled towards the sink and tossed it into the drain. How much time do we have
20 minutes
left?
or so, I think.
And how much time until the white doors open?
Same.
So, what do we do?
We put in those passwords and
We
stop the
searched
bombs.
Dio, but he doesn't have anything that might be the input device.
Well, only one thing to do
And that
then.
is?
Split up and find it. Unless any of you have any other suggestions. A dismal silence filled the room. Even though no one spoke, I could see despair on every face.
All right.
The despair.
No point sitting around. Until those things actually go off, we've still... Sigma, you come with me. We're going to have to go look at the number 3 bomb. See if the timer really has started or not. All the rest of you, listen
Right.
up. I want you to take Alice, Quark, and Dio to the Floor B warehouse.
What?
Why there?
Just listen. Worst case scenario. We'll open the white doors and go through them to... wherever they go. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Understood. We will take them to the Floor B warehouse. Once we've done so, we will begin to search for the input device in the number 2 bomb.
Good. Thanks.
Yeah, Kay's
Okay,
just
we don't
like
have
on
much
it.
time left. Now get moving. Sigma, you're with me.
I turned without waiting and headed to... Alright, here we go. Before I could blink, she was gone. I gave everyone else in the infirmary a quick thumbs up and a shaky smile, then hurried off to her. I really needed to sneeze, and now it's not gonna happen. It's not part of the story. I really do. That's a real life problem. I decided to throw a bit of myself into the story there.
Hmm.
I never did get why I'm like a cut on them.
The light's flashing. I guess the countdown has started. So, what are we going to do? Without a way to enter the passwords, we're screwed.
Well, we find
Right.
it. She keeps asking me what
We'll
we're gonna
just have to
do.
split up and look for it.
Duh.
I'll look around here. If we get to T-minus 5 minutes, then we'll meet back in the Floor B warehouse.
And kiss our
Got
butts
it?
goodbye. I wasn't sure what to say if we hadn't found it by then. Was there really any point in meeting up again?
What's with that look? Don't worry. We'll figure it out, I promise. You know what they say. Swimsuits never quit.
What? That's not a thing. And it doesn't make any sense. Besides, why the hell are you cracking jokes
I'm just,
right now?
trying to show you that life is still worth living. After all, if you quit now, there goes any possibility of you ever seeing me in a swimsuit.
Oh, I see. Well, I admit I'm
All
a
right.
bit curious.
Looks like we're on the same page.
Maybe I'll keep living to see some boobs. Not even full boobs, just partial boobs.
Now get moving. We don't have time to stand around.
Fine, just be careful. I checked the time on my bracelet as I headed out of the crew quarters and back into the hallway. Good news. Damn, only 15 minutes. I need to hurry. Quick like a bunny, I broke into a run. For long, I found myself in front of the infirmary. All too often, what you're looking for is right in front of you. We spent a lot of time in the infirmary, so it seemed kind of fitting somehow that I might have been there all along. Or maybe Dio had dropped it there recently. There was no way to know. And in any event, I had to start looking somewhere. Luna, you're still
Yes.
here?
The others are taking the people who are asleep to the white doors. I chose to stay here. I thought you might come back.
Yeah, why?
Because the atom is here. I thought you might want to use it. Isn't that why you're here?
What? I mean, yeah, I want to know what's going on with me. It's driving me nuts. Hell, I feel sick. But there isn't time for that. Being a robot isn't going to mean a lot if I die
Oh.
anyway.
Why did you come here then?
Isn't that obvious? I'm trying to find that input thing so we can turn off
Really?
the bombs. Yes! Why would I lie? Why is she just standing here? Luna's ticking me off.
I see. I seem to have made a mistake. I knew you couldn't use the atom without me, so I stayed behind because I thought I might be able to help. I guess I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
She turned and headed towards the exit, and then she gets all depressed. Like, wait, I could have just let her leave like that. I sighed. How long would it
Not
take?
more than 5 minutes or so.
Are you sure? Only
Yes.
5 minutes? We don't even have 5 minutes. Dude. All just to make her feel a little bit better. Good God, we're all gonna die. Analyze my body. Laid down on the table, Luna picked up the atom scanner and began to run it across me slowly and methodically. In a few minutes, she was finished. Good job.
That's it.
All right.
You can get up now.
Sat up and hopped off the table, and the screen was already starting to show my results. So what's it say? My eyes were glued to her face, looking for any sign of what the answer might be. She studied the readout for several long seconds before replying.
Well,
Nothing, probably.
it says you're not a robot. You're human.
Yeah. Let out a breath I hadn't realized I'd been holding. My relief didn't last long.
Your body isn't entirely human.
Oh, fun.
You're part
But-
machine.
Wait, what are you
Look here.
saying?
The structure of the bones in your arms isn't anything close to human.
Huh.
They're made out of
So
a
we're part
titanium
robot.
alloy. On top of that skeleton is artificial biological tissue. It's also called ABT. Your arms are cybernetic.
Luna gets better? Okay, good. What does that mean?
Cybernetic? It means a mechanical system that interfaces with a biological one.
So I have robot arms?
You see all these root-like things around the titanium bones? Those are artificial nerves. They're probably connected to your own nerves, which is how you can move your arms. I imagine they allow you to feel things through your arms too.
What? This is ridiculous. I think replacing my arms with robot ones is something I'd remember. I know they weren't always like this. When I was a kid, I broke my arm and they took an x-ray of it. The doctor told me I had really thick bones and that I must have done something pretty insane to break them. When the hell did this happen? Why did somebody replace my arms? Which will not matter if we explode. Okay, let's say you're right and my arms are cybernetic. Wouldn't that mean I don't have to worry about the bracelet going
No.
off?
Unfortunately, you probably do still have to worry about that.
Yeah,
The
why?
cybernetic arms are made to function just like real arms, which means they interface with the rest of your body.
The bushes is the best place to hide. Hey, Airwolf. Silent but deadly. I'm gonna
Which means
regret
that
being
anything
upset with her.
injected into
Okay,
them
fair
is
enough.
Spread to the rest of your body.
Fair enough. How do you know
just-
that?
Do.
That's not an
Yes,
answer.
you're right. But not everything has an answer. There are some things you just can't explain. Don't you know how that feels? How did you know about the garden? How did you know that Dio planted the bombs?
That.
I'm sorry,
Oh.
Sigma. I wish we could talk some more, but our time is up.
Time? I pressed the button on my bracelet and felt my stomach drop. Yeah, exactly. She wasted our time. What do you mean that I'm gonna be mad that I got mad at her? She just wasted all of our time. We only got 1 minute left.
Sigma, there's one last thing. I was given very specific instructions.
Uh-huh. I shuddered, not because I was scared of what was about to happen, because I was scared of Luna. She was calm, unnaturally so, like a machine with a human face. We were about to die. How could she be so calm?
Please pay attention. This is very important. You must be sure to remember it.
Remember? I was about to die. How was I supposed to remember anything?
Should you encounter a two-headed lion devouring the sun, remember GTF BML
Okay.
016.
I've seen lots of lions eating suns, though. So she obviously has to know that there's, like, several different realities or something.
With this key, the first gate shall be open to you. There
First
you go.
gate?
I hope we can meet again someday. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting.
What? Yeah, just what? Before she could answer, skadoosh. We did. She wasted all of our time. All of it. Kept chatting me up, kept asking me questions until we totally ran out of time. The world exploded into noise and light, and I disappeared along with it. When I came to, I was floating in a field of nothingness. Again. Yeah, we were dead anyway. Oh, so that was our actual end. That was the Sigma end. Okay. Guess I wasn't entirely expecting that, man. We look weird there. Well, alright. So you were talking about, this is the Quark end. So are we trying to go here? We don't have a whole lot left. That's just the bad D. Yeah, we got whoever's down here. We got the Dio end. That's just the bad end. We already got the Dio end. Who else do we not have? Phi. Have the Luna end, we don't have the Phi end, and we don't have the Quark end. Okay.
What?
Alrighty.
Sigma's BP is...
Negative.
Oh, that's right. Okay, that's this one. Suddenly, all eyes were on me. I felt their weight, but stood my ground. It was the result I had expected. I took a deep breath and closed my eyes. There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew there was. First would be the anesthetic Soparil. I blinked and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, I felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble and they gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor.
Sigma! Sigma! Hang on! Hey! Sigma! Get up!
Sigma!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Trying to open my eyelids was like trying to lift sheets of lead. My eyes had lost the ability to focus, but I could make out the blur that had been Dio in front of the number 9 door. Damn it! You'll keep your promise, god damn it! Groaned with a Herculean effort, lifted my head and then my sluggish body off the floor. Every step was a battle, and whatever I shifted my weight, my muscles threatened to give out again, but somehow I forced myself ahead, a single thought burning in my mind, that I would reach Dio. The smudge of color faded into a recognizable person. Threw up my hand in front of him. Give me
Give
the
it
medicine.
back. Don't act like it's yours. Aren't we supposed to share everything we find here?
I don't care. Just hand me the medicine.
What are you talking about?
This is before they even know. We found the Excelivir in the
And
laboratory.
Dio stole it.
What?
You mean he has it? Right now?
Yeah. So?
Kept my promise. Now you. I wasn't a fool. I knew the kind of person Dio was. There was a chance he wouldn't give us back the Excelivir. If he didn't, then I'd die with my hands around his throat. I gathered as much of my mind as I could and got ready to attack.
Fine.
Not quite what I had been expecting.
Here.
With a shrug, he pulled the vial out of his pocket and tossed it towards me. I caught it and pulled the tiny glass bottle to my chest, worried I might drop it. The label said unmistakably Excelivir. It was the real thing. Gave it to Clover. I held it out towards her.
Right. Of course.
Quickly tucked it in her pocket. In her pocket! Now at least Quark will be alright. With that, the last of my strength left me and I dropped to my knees.
Sigma! Are you okay?
Sigma! Sigma!
I guess this is it.
First is the Soparil, which put you to sleep. 9 minutes later, the tubocurarine is injected, numbing your respiratory muscles. I guess you could say it'll really take your breath away.
I missed the bunny. 9 minutes. Once the Soparil was injected, I had 9 minutes until the muscle relaxant followed it. About 4 minutes had already passed, which left me with 5, give or take a little. In 5 minutes, I would be dead. What could I do in 5 minutes? How could I save myself? I gave a raspy, quiet laugh. Even with death staring me in the face, I seemed to be determined to struggle right up until the very end. Alright, Sigma, you can do this. Thinking desperately to what little consciousness I had left, I racked my brain for possible solutions. How could I save myself? There had to be something. Every problem, no matter how difficult, has a solution. There's always an option. Hopelessness is a state of mind. I just had to think. Think if there was a way out. I wasn't ready to give up on life yet. There had to be an answer. Here we go again.
Sigma, what's wrong with your
Are we gonna chop our arm off?
There's something white on it. The structure of the bones in your arms isn't anything close to human. Your arms are cybernetic.
Gotta hand it to you. What the hell was that? I have cybernetic arms? I was both shocking and utterly obvious. Of course my arms were artificial. Titanium alloy bones with an ABT exterior to mimic human skin. But I had no idea why, nor did I know why my human arms, which I distinctly remember having, had been replaced. And that flash of Luna that I'd seen I was certain it had never happened. Those things hardly mattered, though. If I survived, I could worry about them later. The fact that my arms were mechanical, however, that might be useful. I called up all the strength I had in my left and stood up with one more time. What are you waiting for? Why don't you open it already?
What?
Did I stutter? Open the number 9 door.
Sigma, what are you saying?
Are you gonna lop off our arm under the door?
Looks like you finally gave up. Whatever. I was just about to flip the switch anyway.
Hurry up and...
Don't rush me. Okay, you've got 9 BP now, right?
Yes?
Well, what do you say? Want to come with?
I
Of course he
will
does.
remain here.
What?
Why?
Oh, now you won't betray people.
I cannot abandon Sigma.
Don't worry about me. Go. You have to get outside and call for help. You think Dio will? If he's the only one who gets out of here, there's no hope for the rest of us. You're the only one who I can count on.
I understand.
Great. Glad we got that settled. Shall we go?
No! Stop!
I began to move, but it was already too late. Dio grabbed the lever and threw it down. Snap, crackle, pop! Skadoosh.
The number 9, it will read.
It's been fun. Peace.
I promise to call for help and return as soon as I can. Please, do not give up hope.
Yeah, I know. Get going already. But just you, Kay. As Dio turned to look at me, I crouched, then called on every last bit of strength my weary body could supply. I launched myself towards him like a coiled spring. I slammed into his legs, knocking him to the floor, and wrapped my hands around his ankle before he could get back up.
Hey! What are you doing, you bastard? The door's gonna close! Let
That's
go!
kind of the point.
Let go, goddammit! Let me go!
He lashed out with his free leg at my head, shoulders, and arms, but I held on. I ignored the pain and tightened my grip with every blow.
Hey! What the hell is this shit? Why are you doing this? I kept my promise, didn't I?
Yeah, so did I. As far as I recall, I didn't say anything about letting you
What?
escape.
Shit! Stop screwing around, asshole! I have to get out of here. I'm not going to let my sacred mission get fucked up by some self-righteous idiot!
Sacred mission, huh? Dio began to pull himself along with his elbows, bit by bit, edging closer to the exit. He was headed straight through the door, but the gate was already beginning to close. With only a few feet to spare before it shut, he crawled across the threshold and beyond the door. Thank you for the host, Manny! How have you been? About to have home fries, right?
Sigma! Stop! That's enough! Please, you have to let go! The door's going to shut on you if you don't let go!
I think that's my point. Alright. See you later, Dio.
You're an idiot right up until the end, aren't you? Just hurry up and die, you senile old fuck!
What? Senile? What? See, why is he calling me senile? I love this part. Well, I'm glad you could join then. Yeah, I thought we were gonna lop our arms off. I'm going to live. Oh, crud. Oh, why the noise right in my ear? It's great. Yeah, I just chopped my arms off.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends. Thank you. As escape, please.
The announcer's voice grated inside of my skull. I felt tired, so very, very tired. Felt my eyes flutter closed, and then nothing. And then nothing? Something. Anything. There we go. I'm not dead yet.
Sigma! Sigma!
Finally awake, huh?
Where am I? Rubbed my eyes and slid my legs off to the bed to stand up. I had no arms. Well, to be honest, it was an exhibition table, not a bed. Which meant the infirmary, huh?
I guess they carried you out here after you passed out.
Alice!
Well, I
Yes.
wasn't there to see it. I was out just like you, but I was in the AB room. That bastard
Why?
Kay, he punched me in the stomach. I can't believe him. He didn't want me voting, so...
Whoa, and after he knocked you out, he voted betray, which brought his BP up
Yes.
to 9. So where is he now?
On the other with Dio.
You told him to go, remember?
Oh, yeah. Because he's Dio and unoriginal, right.
Is your arm okay? I heard what happened. Cybernetic arms, huh? Can't say I'm surprised. I was starting to get a feeling something was up with you.
I looked down at my left hand, or rather, I looked down at where my left hand should have been. Instead, there was a stub wrapped with white gauze. Told myself I'd do anything to get the cure, even if it meant letting Dio betray me, but I had a feeling I might have come to miss my hand. Well, hopefully he's not a lefty. Oh yeah, how's
I'm right
Quark?
here.
Quark, man, I'm glad you're all right.
Yep,
Feeling
thanks
better?
to you. You got the medicine from that jerk Dio, right? Luna gave it to me, and now I'm better. Thanks. You're the best, Mr. Sigma. You saved my life.
Aw. Seemed that they'd shared stories while I was asleep. Everyone knew how much I'd made a deal with Dio and about the journal we'd found and the Latin in it. Clover and Phi seemed to have done most of the talking.
It was completely the opposite of what we guessed. We're not infected. The rest of the world is. That means this place isn't a quarantine facility. It's more like a shelter.
Well, we don't know anything for sure yet. I thought the same thing you did, but then Sigma pointed out a couple of discrepancies.
Yeah, Phi and I already have gone over it, but I explained what we noticed. One, if we were in a shelter, the uninfected people, why had Quark been infected? Any place designed to keep a virus like that out would have a lot of safeguards to keep anything from getting in. Had the virus really bypassed all of those measures, it didn't seem. Number two, the timing of our abductions and the pandemic outbreak was strange. It would make sense if we had been rescued after the disease had become widespread, but that wasn't what had happened. First, we'd been abducted, then the pandemic broke out. Number three, we didn't know why Zero had put us in the nonary game. If we were survivors he wanted to protect, then why try to kill us? If we were in a shelter, why wasn't it safe?
Well, what about this? Maybe someone anticipated the pandemic. I don't know who, probably Zero. Anyway, they grabbed us before the pandemic really started. Then they put us in the shelter.
Possibly.
But then, after a while, he got bored, so he decided to have us play this game to kill time.
Who on earth made people he rescued play a game where they could just die because he was bored?
Well, we don't actually know if there is poison in this bracelet. You're
What?
the only one who's gotten injected so far. And when you did, it was only Soparil.
What are you saying? That what I did to the number 9 door was all pointless?
No, that's not what I mean.
That can't be. I'm sure there's tubocurarine in the bracelets. The Adams analysis confirmed it.
But what if the atom is lying?
If you're going to do that, then we don't have anything to base any speculations on. You could say that the newspaper article was fake, or that the Latin journal wasn't real.
Right.
Or the journal was real, but my translation was a lie.
You made it up?
My translation was accurate. I'm just making the point that once you start talking about this stuff being fabricated, it doesn't stop.
Right.
I don't think Zero is doing this just to take the piss out of a lime.
What?
Limes can piss.
I was just trying to stress that I don't think Zero would do this to pass the time.
I didn't know limes could do that. How do you make that
However,
mistake?
I do think Clover has half a point. That someone
Meaning?
did anticipate this pandemic. That part seems reasonable.
Well, if the virus was spread on purpose, then I could see how that might make sense.
Yeah. It's not like Noah put all the animals on his ark after the flood happened. He went around before the rain started falling to gather them all up, right?
Are you saying that we were rescued because we're all that's left of humanity?
We were brought here because someone knew there would be a pandemic that would turn us into an endangered species? Does that mean we're supposed to
Ew.
repopulate the planet?
Gross. I don't want to repopulate the planet. It's like Futurama. And we will beget little Zap Juniors and little Leela Juniors, and then they will have kids of their own, and gross! Is that really how they did it in the Bible? I looked around, did a quick inventory. Yeah. 3 women, an old grandpa, a little kid, and us. 4 women, an old man, and a kid. That meant I was the only young, fertile male. Repopulation, huh? That didn't sound so bad. If that was the case, maybe there wasn't any reason to escape. If the newspaper and the journal were right, then the world outside was crawling with a deadly virus. Why would we go expose ourselves to that? This would be the safest, happiest place on Earth. It's like Disney
Game's
World.
over.
That's, oh my god. There's that terrible... Is that the dad dating game that's coming out on Steam that looked like just terrible?
There's no point to any of this now.
No, that's not true. The game might be over, but we've still got a lot of unanswered questions. In fact, we've got even more questions.
So, are those answers going to open the number 9 door again? It's all over. Why we're stuck here doesn't mean shit. The 8 of us aren't leaving, ever. That's all that matters.
You're including the old woman?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Hey, what if the old lady is Zero Senior?
Kind of crazy. Yeah, you're right. We never even considered
But that would mean the person in charge of all this was murdered by somebody. That doesn't make sense.
Maybe she wasn't murdered.
Huh?
Are you saying she was infected with Radical 6 and killed herself?
But we didn't find a knife or any kind of weapon in the AV room with her.
Maybe she was killed somewhere else. And then someone carried her in there.
Bomba, what are you doing? Oh. Don't do that. That's ridiculous. No, it's not.
Well, maybe we should
Have you
go
played
take a look at her
Danganronpa?
one more time. Maybe we missed something.
We looked down at the body of the old woman. Fi was the first to move. Quietly and methodically, she began to examine the woman's clothes. I just stood there, even if she was dead. No, especially because she was dead, I just didn't feel like touching her. After a few silent minutes passed, Fi suddenly stopped. She pulled something from the old woman's sleeves and held it out to her. Kurashiki.
Looks like an ID card for this place. Since it's got her picture on it, I'd say it's a safe bet the card is hers.
So that's Akane? Looks like her name is Kurashiki. Ever heard that before?
You?
See? They're old. Totally sick. I'm telling you right now. If that's Kane, then Tenmyoji is freaking Junpei. Yep. Jumpy doll. Something written here. It says Jumpy doll.
Well, actually it says pass equals Jumpy doll. So I'm guessing Jumpy doll is a password of some sort.
Yeah, the doll he gave her. Hell does
Beats
that
me.
mean? Looks handwritten. She must have put it on here herself so she wouldn't forget it. Still looking the card over when I heard a commotion from the other part of the room.
Alice, what's wrong?
Alice!
Oh no!
What are you planning to do with that?
Oh no, Fi and I turned around and gasped. Ran to the other end of the room and skidded around the partition. Alice is having her moment again. There stood Alice, her hand wrapped tightly around the scalpel. She didn't seem stable. Her eyes were flat and hollow. Her face was an emotionless mask. It was not well. The look on her face was all too familiar. Quark. She looked just like Quark had before he went insane, but that meant...
Goodbye.
Her hands moved, lifting the scalpel up high in the air and then driving it down towards her heart. Really? What was that? These endings drive me crazy. How is that Quark's ending? I didn't get to know. I didn't get to stay and have sex with everybody in that one. Somehow Alice kills herself, but that was Quark's ending. That made no sense. Every ending I get more confused. That's how quick these are going. I just got 2 endings. I don't care if it gave us a password. That has nothing to do with Quark. Quark end. Gasm. Gasm. Ah, okay. Whatever. So that only leaves us with Luna and Fi. So I've got to come down. I mean, it's got it. One of these. As that's a bad end. You know, I don't know. Is this a bad end? And then we need to come down here? I'm missing. Yeah. And then that's a bad end. All right, go to the unfinished left side. Password hype! Well, now we know who the old woman was, so I'll give it that. I mean, that was definitely a good part. I really should have guessed that it was Akane a while ago. Well, I've already done this room. Oh, the 2-headed lion. Okay.
There's no one here.
So is that... Do I have to do one of each? Oh, now it's just which one... Is this the... That's not the jumpy password. That's the one that Luna gave us, right? Oh no, password. Did say password, so the ID... When was our guard dog? So I guess, is that the GTF? Looks like it. No? Oh, ID. Oh. Well, she said when the lion eats the sun to remember that. So, but like I said, I've seen like a bunch of different lions, so I'm not entirely sure where that one was gonna go. Never mind. What? Oh, gotcha. Or not. What? Oh, if I would spell right, that would help, huh? Where did that come from? So that one, what? Okay. Okay. So no, so the ID was right. Okay. Where did that password come from, though? Unless I just didn't... Did it come from earlier? See, I think I accidentally threw a paper away I wasn't supposed to throw away. Well, this will be big then. I got in.
What? How did you figure out the login?
I don't know. I just knew it.
What the hell do you mean you just knew it?
I just knew it means I just knew it. I don't remember. Awesome. You gave me the same line when I asked you how I knew about my name.
Why are you bringing that up? It doesn't have anything to do with this.
You sure? It might.
What? I don't...
Look, just forget about that. Come take a look at this.
Fine. Just let me get right on that.
Are you out of your damn mind? Tell me what the hell is going on here. Why do you know how to log into this computer?
Are you even listening to me? Not really. We continued to yell at one another for several more minutes, but no matter what Fi asked me, I could never come up with the answer that satisfied her. Eventually, she seemed to give up.
Fine.
Oh, yeah, that was from a long time ago.
You still don't make any sense, but I don't think you're lying.
Damn
And
right,
the
I'm not.
game deadline isn't getting any further away. All right, let's see what this thing has for us. Where are we supposed to start? Looks like there's tons of stuff in here. Oh, can you tell me the ID that you put in? I can try searching for that. Maybe we'll get a hit.
I gave her what she'd asked for, GTFDML016. Her search returned several files, and after examining them for a moment, Fi opened one. Golem unit details. Are these product specifications for a golem?
Looks like it.
So was GTFDML016 a golem
Don't
ID?
ask me. You seem to know more about all this than I do. Fine, whatever. Just read the file. Maybe it'll make more sense. Let's see here.
So we have golem arms, first off. Second off, that's Luna. And she looks super sick.
Yeah.
Is there a picture of Luna in this
There's
file?
something written underneath it.
Wow,
It
Luna's a
says,
robot.
Appearance after application of ABT.
ABT? Yep, Luna's a robot.
It's this special
Awesome.
artificial biological tissue, what's called ABT. When a golem's all new and shiny, they've got a nice suit of ABT over that metal skeleton. Makes it look right human, it does. Even feels like real skin, with pores, a little bit of hair, and a few pimples, scars and the like. Truth to tell, I doubt you'd be able to tell the real from the fake, even if it was right in front of you. See, right in the middle.
Huh.
I see. Luna was a golem, and DML016 was her product ID.
That must have been why Gollum was trying to tell us when he was stopped. But why? How would Luna be in the game?
I don't know how autonomous she really is, but I find it hard to believe she would have come here of her own free will.
So you're saying she was sent here by Zero
Probably.
Senior?
Look. At the bottom of the screen, it shows her current status.
Currently operational, executing special mission. You think her special mission is to participate in the
Probably.
game? So why did Zero Senior want a robot as a participant? Think maybe it was to supervise the rest of us? Maybe if something unexpected happened, she was supposed to correct it or something.
What if it was some kind of Voight-Kampff test?
A what?
It's from an old book. A test to see how human she was. Whether or not 8 people would be able to figure out she was a robot. That might almost explain the whole game, actually. Making us solve puzzles and play the AB game. All of those things could have been designed to give us a chance to see her true nature.
So it's kind of like
Yeah,
a Chinese
Luna is the girl locked in the room, and the 8 of us are the people outside it. Well, like I always say...
It's just a possibility, right?
All what matters is if the person next to you does what a human ought. Looks like a person, acts like a person, and talks like a person, then it's probably a person.
When did you figure it out? That she was a golem? I
Right
mean.
now. I didn't know until I saw this stuff.
You're lying. When I told you about what happened with Gollum in the pantry, you said something about how the game might be sort of like the Chinese.
I don't know why I said that. It just felt like it made sense.
Just like you
Yeah.
knew it.
Look, forget about that. See Luna's status?
Yeah, it says the same thing it did a minute ago. Currently operational, executing a special mission. Oh, wait, what the hell?
You
Luna's
think robots die? She was only injected with muscle relaxant.
Ten minutes. All play. If no,
We gotta go vote. Luna's the one who opened
That
the AB
might
gate.
not be the only thing she did. Look. What are the
What do you
last
mean?
3 digits of her product ID?
016.
And where have we seen that before?
Wow, see, I don't. There's so much I don't even remember all of this stuff. Okay. Are you saying it was Luna who handcuffed Clover to 10 BOG?
We should go check her body. You remember where it is?
Crew quarters, of course I remember. Well then.
Yeah.
You were right. Why would Luna...
And I trust him.
5 minutes.
Let's go. The game had. If we don't vote, we're going to get penalized.
Right, off we go then. Gotcha. Ally we will. It's getting exciting. Boop.
Invalid pair detected. Please retry.
Oh yeah, forgot about this thing.
Right. Luna's bracelet.
Oh. Yeah, with her bracelet, there's 3 in this room. I stepped outside and set Luna's bracelet down, then headed back into the AB room. That's dangerous.
2 minutes.
Alright, I'll go ahead and hit the start button.
Yeah, go ahead. Wait, Sigma!
What? Oh god! See? What? What is this? Luna? I don't know what's going on anymore. Wait. What the hell is going on?
She's
Why is
probably
Luna
planning
here?
on participating in the game.
You mean she's gonna take the bracelet and go into one of the other rooms?
Yeah.
How's she going
The
to vote?
tray. I'm sure of it.
Why else would she have come here? If she wanted to vote ally, she could have just waited for the deadline to pass.
She's got
Yeah.
7 BP, right?
Why are you asking, though? Her BP doesn't matter right now. Have you totally
What?
lost it? She doesn't have her bracelet on. And besides, she's a golem. She isn't trying to get out. Whether she has 9 BP or not doesn't mean anything to her.
Then why is she doing
Isn't
this?
that obvious? She wants to keep our BP below 9. Say she defaulted to ally, we could choose whatever we wanted, and we'd still get 9 BP.
Right.
She's here to make sure that doesn't happen.
10 seconds remain. 9, 8, 7, 6.
Yeah, this is
5,
actually going
4.
much quicker than I even thought it was going to, so we will not have a problem with getting done for Ultra Despair Girls on Monday.
2, 1.
Alright, ally. We're gonna ally this time.
Round 3 of the result. Thank you, Amberjack.
Amberdex game!
Hey, Sigma.
Yes?
Are you insane?
Kinda.
Why the hell did you choose ally?
Wait, we can talk about that later. Right now... Numbers. Gone. Where'd she go?
That's odd. We came out the moment the gates opened. There's no way she could have left already.
Then... A robot ghost? There it was. Thought so. She didn't pick it up. Without the bracelet, she couldn't have
Then-
voted.
She let the system vote ally for her?
Results, please.
Yeah. Let's go have a look.
That's... Oh, just the one this time, huh? What? What do the skulls mean?
Points have, please.
Since Luna didn't vote, she got set to ally automatically, and the other 6 got penalized? Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then everybody gets penalized. In other words, one person out of every color group has to vote. Right. Skulls equals dead hype. So, then again, 5 of them are already dead. Yeah, it's true. See, I have to jump back and forth between which part of the game we're playing. That's right. We don't know where Quark is, but his bracelet's already off.
Yeah, that means all those penalties are meaningless. Why did
Gotcha.
Luna show up then? I mean, we've got our 9 BP now, but... Alright, what do you want to do, Sigma? Do you want to leave?
What? You're kidding, right? Weren't you the one who kept going on about how Quark's still alive? You can't just run off and
You
leave him
sure?
here. Yeah?
Well, that's a relief. I was hoping you'd say that. Now let's get moving. We need to find Quark.
And Luna too,
Luna.
right?
Hmm.
I don't know what I want to do with Luna.
The Amberdex Gate. Round 4. Starkeep.
Fi and I checked our bracelets out of sheer reflexes. I was a magenta pair just like before, but Fi had changed to a red solo. Didn't matter though, both our bracelets showed our number 9, and all we had to do was open the number 9 door and we'd all have to play another AB game again.
Alright. Quark comes first. Let's go.
She spun around and headed for the cyan door. I followed on her heels. Alright, what's going on? Bid. Bid. Yeah, see, I'd forgot about the handcuffing and all that. Well, this is fun. Right. Forgot that poor Kay had taken an axe to the back of the head.
Sigma, there's something I want to ask you. There
What
are
is
3
it?
doors here. You, Alice, and Luna went through the one on the right. That took you to the Golem Bay, correct?
Yeah, according to the map, that's the door on the bottom. There's a lever on that thing in the middle, right? We pulled it, but it only opened one of the doors. What about it?
Take a look. See the lock? Yeah.
Open? Who the hell opened it?
There's only
And
one person who could have
how?
opened it.
Luna.
All right, let's head in.
Okay. Meow. The heck are
I
these?
think they're treatment pods of some sort.
What mint pods? Even as I spoke, part of me knew what they were. I didn't know how or why, but I felt a strong sense of deja vu when I looked at them, and suddenly I realized I knew exactly how to operate the pods. It was a strange, unsettling feeling, as if something, somewhere deep inside was a version of myself that I didn't actually know.
One of them is lit up.
The one on the left, is it being
The
used?
glass is all fogged up. I can't really see inside.
I liked the one
Yeah.
where we suffocated Dio. That was one of the fun ones. He looked all crazy. Boop. Quark. We're running. Our feet pounded across the floor of the warehouse. Somewhere.
This is it.
Oh, okay. Quark's body bounced in my arms as I ran. His pulse and breathing were normal. He was limp and unconscious, but he was alive. The pause display had only given us little information on his condition. As far as we could tell, he had been given an anesthetic, which had been used to put him to sleep.
Ready? What's wrong?
So this one
You're
we get to
supposed
get out?
to say, yeah, sure.
Is it really okay for us to just...
What the hell is this? You want to stay here? What if Luna kills you too? Think
What?
about it.
Alice, Clover, Tenmyoji, the old woman, even Dio and Kay. There's a good chance Luna killed all of them.
But
Why doesn't matter. Remember what we saw on Clover's thigh? And
016.
what's that the same number as?
Last 3 digits of Luna's product ID.
Where did we find the old woman's corpse?
In the AV room that Luna came out of.
And if you're right, her brain is in the central computer core. That means she could have easily moved that crane, right? She could have used it anytime she wanted.
Yeah, I guess that's another good point, actually. That means any alibis she might have had for not being able to move the crane is
Exactly. Alice noticed it right away. At the very least, that would mean Luna had a reason to try and kill Alice.
worthless. To keep her quiet.
She could also have murdered Dio and Kay. Remember their star keys? Luna must have taken them, which puts her in the room with Dio and Kay. You understand, don't you? I admit none of this evidence is conclusive, but look at our options. You, me, Quark, and Luna. Who do you think is the most likely to be the murderer? Think this through, Sigma. Luna's a golem. That means she's a robot that's part of this facility, designed to do God knows what. If what you said about golems and the central computer is true,
The other one was so nice,
she's
though.
basically a puppet of Zero Juniors. There isn't really much of an argument to be made here.
The only option is to leave her here and get out.
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
Robot may not injure a human being, or through inaction allow a human being to become to
A
harm.
robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic.
That's where all that came from. All right, you're right. Let's get out of
Damn.
here.
Don't scare me like that. Okay, I'm going to open it. You ready?
You don't have to ask me. Isn't that what we were always saying?
Yeah, I guess so. It's time we got out of here. Let's go.
Woo! Escaping! Escape! My Pokemons. I have my Pokemon. Heavy labored groan, the number 9 door began to open. As soon as the gap was wide enough to admit her body, Phil slipped through it. I followed Phil quickly through the door, Quark still cradled in my arms. Inside was a massive lift platform, like the kind used to move industrial cargo. Happy escape hype! Yay! Vi turned to face me, and I shoved Quark into her arms.
Huh?
Before she could respond, I spun around and ran. Wow.
The number 9, it will remain.
Sigma!
Great.
What the hell are you thinking?
What?
Get back here!
Sorry, Fi. There's just something I have to do. Take care of Quark.
You don't mean you're going to go find Luna? God damn it, Sigma! Think about what you're doing! Sigma! Listen to me! You can't do this!
We're idiots. We are an idiot.
The number this thank as
Goodies.
escape, please.
I had no regrets. I regret nothing. In fact, finding Quark's successful escape, I felt like a profound sense of relief. One of my objectives I had achieved, and a difficult choice had been made. My mind felt clear and focused, more so than it had in a long time. Luna's waiting. Aw. Oh, we're gonna go back to the garden. Okay. I figured we'd be going to the Golem Bay. Yep, there she is. Luna, I knew you'd be.
You knew?
Oh, right. We haven't talked here in this one, huh?
Isn't this nice? This is the only place in this whole facility with anything green. I kind of feel silly saying it, but it makes me think of the great outdoors. I think it's the perfect place for a serious conversation. Being surrounded by nature makes me feel happy. I'm not sure what you meant just now, but are you talking about something that happened in another history? I know what you can do. Someone told me about it once. They said that you have the ability to transport your consciousness through time.
Who told you that? Luna looked down at the music box around her neck. Carefully and delicately, she twisted the dial on the bottom.
Sigma, aren't you here to ask me something? Why I killed them, perhaps?
Well, actually, I already know you didn't do it.
Why do you think I didn't do it? I'd like to know your reasoning.
Right? I nodded and took a moment to compose my thoughts. Oh, here we go. Talking! Might as well start with the old woman. There's no point beating around the bush, I suppose. Dio killed her.
Why do you think so?
Her left arm had blood splatter all the way up to the elbow, except for a stripe on the wrist that was perfectly clean. What could have caused that? My guess is a bracelet. It got covered with blood and kept her wrist clean. Obviously, none of our bracelets had any blood splatter on them, but Dio's bracelet reacted to the luminol. That meant Dio's bracelet had to have come from the old woman.
Is that your proof? That's why you think Dio killed her?
No, that's only enough to suspect him. After all, he could have just taken the bracelet off her after someone else killed her.
Why are you so sure?
Because he confessed. After his bracelet reacted to the luminol, I confronted him.
Alright, fine. You caught me. I did it. I killed the old bitch and took her bracelet.
Wait, When did that happen?
In a different
Isn't that
timeline.
against the rules?
What rules? I hope you're not going to try to bring up the Nox 10 Commandments. Does it really matter if it's against the rules or fair? The truth is the truth. Let's say that Incident P happened, then after that, the timeline splits into Timeline A and Timeline B. I don't think it's unfair to base a theory on Timeline A on information I found in Timeline B. After all, A and B both came from the same place. If you trace the history of both timelines, you end up back at Incident P. Now, if I could change what happens with Incident P by visiting Timeline A or B, then yes, it would be a different story. I don't know that it'd be unfair per se, but I'd certainly be breaking some pretty big rules. Like, you know, the principle of causality. I'm sure that Dio killed the old woman. By extension, it means you couldn't have killed her. I'd assume Dio wasn't originally intending to be part of the Nonary Games. Somehow, he got in and took the old woman's place. That's how he ended up as Quark's partner. This is just an educated guess, but I have a feeling his plan was to replace one of us. I doubt it mattered which one. I have no idea why he would want to do something like that, and I don't know how he did it either. But the fact remains he did. He hid in the warehouse on floor A and waited for someone to come out of the AB room. That someone turned out to be the old woman. She left Quark asleep in the AB room and came out on her own. Somehow, he managed to get close enough to stab her. He did it near the wall with the graffiti on it. I'm guessing he stabbed her from behind so that he could get any blood on himself. As soon as she was dead, he wrapped the knife up in the handkerchief. No, wait. Actually, he probably took the bracelet first, then he would have needed to wipe the blood off, so he used the handkerchief for that too. Anyway, the point is he got the bracelet and put it on, and then he wrapped up the knife and hid it between the rightmost AV room and its neighbor. He probably didn't expect that they'd move, or he would have put it somewhere else. After that, he headed back into the AV room that the woman had left. Quark would have still been fast asleep, so as far as he knew, Dio was there the whole time. This does raise a few other questions, but I'll save those for later. For now, let's move on to the other murders. Well, actually, one of them probably isn't a murder. Talking about Alice, I'm pretty sure she committed suicide.
All of humanity is going to die. Adults, children, everyone. Everyone! There won't be anyone left! I'd rather die here!
She'd been infected with Radical 6. I think that infection caused her to take her own life. She used Dio's knife, which she'd found in the warehouse after the AB room moved and exposed it. She took it with her and used it to stab herself in the crew quarters. Next are Clover and Tenmyoji. The first question is who put the handcuffs on them. The clue is the message on Clover's left, 016. If you think about it though, that doesn't make sense. Clover's left hand was in the handcuffs. That means she would have had to have right on her right hand and her right thigh. I feel like it would be really hard to do that, you know? Why not just use your left thigh? The thing is, I think she did. When she died, her legs slumped together, and the message got transferred to the right thigh. We just never saw the original because we didn't bother to check the other leg. In other words, she wasn't trying to write 016. She was trying to write Dio. With her dying breath, she was trying to tell us the name of her killer. Spike Chunsoft really likes for people to write dying messages in blood on stuff. Now, about Kay and Dio, I think there's a pretty good chance Dio killed Kay. Here's how I imagine it happened. Kay probably sprayed Dio's bracelet with luminol. We found the bottle in Kay's robe. He would have seen the reaction immediately, but Dio would have known what was coming. As soon as Kay turned the lights off, it would be clear that Dio had taken the old woman's bracelet. My guess is he decided to take preemptive action. When we found their bodies, the lights in the rec room were on. Maybe Kay turned on the switch to the light off, and Dio took that opportunity to attack him. Kay was hurt pretty badly, but he didn't die right away. He probably managed to grab the spear and stab Dio. Heck yeah. Then he died. So that accounts for all 6 bodies. None of them your fault. So there's that.
Sigma, I'm glad you don't think I did it, but all of your theories are just, well, theories. Like Alice committing suicide. How can you be sure? Say she was infected with Radical 6. She could have been murdered before her symptoms even began to present themselves. As for Clover and Tenmyoji, I could easily have killed them.
Why are you trying to
You don't
convince
have
us that
any
she killed
proof
him?
that Clover's message was mirrored, like you say, or even that it was supposed to refer to Dio. Even if it did, that's not conclusive evidence of his guilt. The same goes for Kay and Dio. I could have killed them both. Why do you trust me so much? I'm a machine. I'm part of this place. How can you trust a machine?
I don't know. That's why I trust you. I trust you because you're a robot. Your robotness is just one more reason you can't be the killer. Well, 3 more reasons.
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
As she stabs us in the throat, right.
A robot without the 3... Sigma.
Luna, I have to ask you. Can you tell me, well, everything you know? Your mind is the central server. You should know everything that's happened here. There was a long pause. Luna stood up and walked deeper into the garden. I followed her in silence. Eventually, we reached the bench. Luna quietly sat down. Just like last time, I lowered myself down beside her.
You were right. I didn't kill them. How should I explain? Well, actually, you got most of it right.
That doesn't matter. Tell me everything.
Well, first, yes, Dio did sneak into the facility. He used the large cargo elevator and came into the warehouse on floor A through the number 9 door. Since the game hadn't started yet, anyone could go through it.
That doesn't really sound like sneaking. Sounds more like he just walked
Yes,
in.
I guess you could say that. He did get in pretty easily, but that's because Zero Jr. lured him here.
What do you mean?
Dio wasn't a surprise. Both Zeros knew that he was going to come.
So they brought him
In a
here?
way,
But
because
why?
his presence was an important part of Zero's project. I
Yeah,
can't
what
go into
project?
that right now. We'd be here forever. Right now, let's just focus on the murders, okay? Anyway, Dio found his way in. They made sure he didn't know that he was actually being let in.
So why did he
To
come
make
here?
sure Zero's project failed. His first step was to As for how he did that, you had it pretty much right. The old woman was the first one out, and he killed her under the graffiti. He put her bracelet on after he wiped the blood off it with the handkerchief. Then he wrapped the knife up and hid it between the 5th and 6th AB rooms,
5th and
counting
6th?
from the left in their original placement.
In other words, the rightmost rooms would be the 6th room and the one next to it would be
Right.
the 5th? And so apparently we needed to explain
After that, he went back into the 5th AB room where Quark was sleeping. Then he just waited for Quark to wake up.
What were you doing while that was
Nothing.
happening?
I couldn't do anything. My body had been turned off. Zero Jr. had powered me down. My body wasn't activated until after
Gotcha.
Dio went into the 5th room. I couldn't help her. All I could do was watch while she was murdered. Everything in this place is controlled by Zero
Sigma
Jr.
detective hype.
I couldn't try and prevent Dio from getting in either.
Wait, if Zero Jr. controls everything, then he was the one who moved the 6th room to the crane?
Yes, that's right. Zero Jr. moved the room, not me.
Then who moved the old woman?
Me. It took me 10 minutes to get out of my AB room once I was turned back on. I ran over to check on her as soon as I did. Then I carried her back to the room I'd been in.
Why did you do
Because
that?
I was ordered to.
Okay. You've got to turn my body on.
Luna, listen to me very carefully. As you already know, the final stage of the project begins in 2 hours.
What?
This will be the culmination of many years of hard work. We cannot afford failure.
Yes, I understand.
Then let's make sure. What is your mission?
Enter the Nonary game as one of the participants and observe the actions of the other players. Ensure that they do what they are supposed to and guide them down the correct paths.
How many players will there be?
Myself and 7 others, ma'am. Will you be participating as well?
Yes, our plan dictates that I must.
I know the songs. I love their music.
An individual by the name of Dio will be entering this facility presently. He has been led to believe he is doing so undetected.
Little
You've been
asshole.
briefed on him already, correct?
Yes, he will murder the first person to leave one of the AB rooms and take their place. If a pair is the first out, he'll probably kill both of them. That's all the information I've been given on him, ma'am.
Is there a problem?
With all due respect, ma'am, I would like to state that I don't feel right about this. We know someone is going to be killed, and we're just going to let it happen? I also have doubts about the use of Radical 6. Are you sure? Infecting all these people with such a horrible disease.
Why is she?
That is none of your concern. Your only concern is to follow your orders.
But...
Luna, I am giving you an order. I am in command, and you do as I say. You are
so confused.
programmed to do as I say. You know this.
Yes.
Good. Now, I have one final order.
Another order, ma'am?
Yes. When you leave the AB room, the person Dio has killed will still be there. I would like you to move them.
Where?
To the room you are about to enter. The 6th AB room.
But why?
Not your concern. As a participant in the game, you must have as little knowledge of it as possible. That is why I have made sure you are unable to access any classified data. There are things you must not know. In order for this project to succeed, we need you to be as close to a clean slate as possible. There are some things you already know, which ideally you would not. Unfortunately, this is unavoidable, so you must refrain from divulging anything you know about the project to the other participants. You must never tell anyone what you know about Dio, or
He's
the
known about
body,
Dio the entire
or that you
time.
carried it to the 6th AB room. You will have to pretend you know nothing more than the rest of the participants.
There's just
Is
so
that
much
an
going
order?
on.
Yes. Do I make myself clear?
Yes.
Dang. So Akane basically sacrifices herself?
After that, I went into the AB room as I'd been told to. As soon as I stepped inside, my body deactivated.
Gotcha.
But since my brain is in the main computer, I was still awake. So I still saw everything. While I waited, I used the security cameras to see what was going on in the rest of the facility.
And you saw the old woman being
Yes.
murdered.
It was hard. What I was seeing made no sense. Several of my higher level processes nearly failed. To think that she would be the first person to come out. I think she knew that Dio was going to kill her. When she'd said she had one final order for me, I didn't understand what she
I
meant.
know.
Like a fool, I told her I didn't approve, when I had no idea what she was prepared to do. When she died, whatever I have that passes for a heart felt like it snapped in two.
Dang. I think I understand. Everything you did because you were ordered
Yes.
to? And it was the old woman who gave you those orders. Is she Zero Senior?
No,
What? But if she gave you those
she
orders,
did, but she wasn't the only person I took orders from.
there was someone
Yes.
else? And that person is Zero
Yes.
Senior?
We worked together to develop the project she mentioned. So I suppose technically my orders came from both of them. And they were both controlling Zero Jr. too. I told you before that Zero Jr. moved the 6th AB room. Although that's strictly true, he didn't do it of his own free will. They ordered him to do it. He was following orders just like me.
The bunny?
I don't know.
But why?
I really don't. Maybe they did it so that people wouldn't suspect me.
If they didn't want people to suspect you, then why have you moved the body in the first place? Eventually, we'd figure out that room had been moved and she was the one in
Then
your room.
Maybe they wanted you to suspect me.
That doesn't make sense either. If they wanted people to suspect you, why
You're
move
right.
the room?
Then maybe they only wanted certain people to be suspicious of me.
You mean like Alice?
Yes. Perhaps they wanted Alice to find the handkerchief and the knife. That would explain why they moved the room.
So they somehow knew Dio would hide the knife
Yes,
there.
I think so.
But how could they know that?
Well, whatever the reasons were, Alice did notice that the room was moved, which meant that Clover also figured it out. And just like you said, Alice used the knife to take her life. Clover didn't realize that, though. Or perhaps she didn't want to. In any event, she decided that I must have killed Alice to keep her quiet.
Right, that was
So
it.
she confronted me. It was right after the second round of the AB game. Using Phi's timetable, that would be 0 hours, 0 minutes.
Wait, you were listening to us in the security office?
Yes, that wasn't all I was listening to, though. I know everything that happened in the facility after my body collapsed.
You were watching through the security.
Yes, I was. I could see and hear everything. Anyway, we're at 0 hours, 0 minutes. I was in the hallway on floor A when Clover found me and took me to room 2 in the crew quarters. We entered at about 0 hours, 1 minute. She was very forceful.
I know you killed Alice. Tell me the truth and I'll let you live. Now fess up! I'm only gonna give you one chance. If you lie or try to play dumb or something, I'll kill you right in front of her!
I told her the truth, of course. I explained that I hadn't killed Alice, that she'd been infected with Radical 6, and it had caused her to kill herself. Clover was never going to believe that, though. We argued about it for nearly 9 minutes.
Yeah, we saw that.
It wasn't just Alice she asked me about. She asked me about the murder of the old woman, and about the AB room being moved. She wasn't very nice about it, but I couldn't answer any of her questions.
Yeah, Clover's not one for being very nice about things.
Yes. Then, at about 0 hours, 10 minutes, she must have run out of patience. She stuck her hand in her pocket and started moving toward me. She backed me up against the wall and pulled her hand out of her pocket. She was holding the injection gun.
Gotcha.
I tried to take it away from her. I even screamed for help. She refused to let go, of course, while we were fighting over it.
She got tranked. Whoa, hold on a minute. Trigger got pulled in the fight. I get that part. What I don't understand is why didn't anything
mean
happen to you?
Because I'm a golem? One of my orders was always to act like I was one of the players. A human. Any human injected with that amount of tubocurarine would die.
You would... Oh, okay. To keep up the facade that you were
No.
human.
I collapsed because Zero Jr. turned off the power to my body again. He probably felt he had to. Maintaining the illusion that I was human was probably in his orders, too. So to make it look like I had died, he turned the power off. Whatever the case, it was an accident. I don't think Clover ever intended to actually kill me. She only took the injection gun to try and threaten me.
Then you'd be sure.
When I collapsed,
So I don't trust Clover
she looked
anyway.
terrified.
Because she never knows what
She
she's
checked
doing.
for my pulse and listened to
Too
see if I
emotional.
was breathing. She also shook my body and called out to me several times. If she'd meant to kill me, why do all that? After a few moments, she ran off to the infirmary to get the AED.
You mean the defibrillator? That uses an electric shock to restart the heart, right? So that was why she
Yes.
left. At 0 hours 11 minutes 40 seconds, Clover left the cabin in the crew quarters.
She ran off toward the infirmary. On the way, she bumped into Dio. Yes, I guess she just saw him, really. They didn't talk. She just ran past.
And he watched her go by.
I imagine he was curious, of course. He probably wondered what she was doing, but he chose not to go after her. He had something else to do.
Right, when
He
Dio
seemed
entered.
pretty surprised to find my body. It
Yeah, I
didn't
bet.
take him long to get over it, though.
Wouldn't imagine it would. Why did he do?
He'd
What did
gone
he do
there
then?
for 2 reasons. One was to get Alice's bracelet, which was a blue solo.
Right. Without it, Dio and Kay, the yellow pair, wouldn't be able to get through the secondary doors.
Yeah, but he couldn't find it.
Of course, if I had already
Yes.
taken it by then.
But there was something else he wanted to do, too. He was there to take the knife. Removing it was gruesome.
But why did he want the knife? Was it because he used it to kill the old woman?
No, I don't think so.
Then what do you think?
I think he didn't want anyone to see the engraving on the knife's blade. That's why he hid it so well after he killed the old woman.
Ah.
Do you remember what it said? There was a word engraved on the blade.
Oh yeah, Myrmidons.
Yes.
What is Myrmidons?
It's the name of the organization he belongs to.
What is it? Like a club
I
or something?
think so.
Well, what is it then?
I don't really know.
Alright, good talk.
I'm afraid not.
Wait, wasn't he here to try and stop whatever Zero
Yes.
was doing? Then, wouldn't that mean that he's on our side?
I don't know about that. He's killed 4 people. I'm not really sure he's on anyone's side.
Right. You've got a point. This is ridiculous. I guess the end of my enemy. This is the enemy of my enemy isn't my friend, huh?
May I continue?
Yeah, keep going. After he took the knife, Dio rifled through what few belongings Alice had. Luna said he didn't seem to be looking for anything in particular. He was probably just checking to see if she had anything useful. That was where he found the key to Kay's suit. He didn't seem like he had a particular reason for taking it, at least as far as Luna could tell. Yeah, Dio left the room after that.
He heard Kay opening the cyan door and ran out. When he left, he was heading toward the infirmary. My guess is that he was going after Clover. He found her with the AED. She was probably planning to just ignore him and head back, but Dio didn't let her.
Hey, wait. Just what are you planning to do with that thing? Thinking about trying to resuscitate Luna? And why would you want to do that? You were the one who killed her, weren't you?
Clover tried to push past Dio. Luna said they began to
Fuck
fight.
do you think you're doing?
Dio pulled the knife out of his pocket and pointed it at Clover's throat. That was when he showed up. That Tenmyoji? Yep.
Dio, what the hell are you doing?
None of your goddamn business. Stay out of this, you senile old shit.
Like hell, you son of a bitch!
Hell yeah. He let out a yell and leapt towards Dio. The younger man dodged him easily and lashed out with the knife. Tenmyoji caught Dio's hand with a grunt, and for a moment the two men struggled. Then, as the knife edged closer, he wrapped his other hand around the blade and tried to force it away. With a squishing sound. That sounds gross. But Dio was a much younger and stronger man, and the wounded Tenmyoji gave himself with the knife didn't do him any favors. He put up a valiant fight, but with a roar, Dio threw him off, and Tenmyoji collapsed to the floor.
What are you going to do?
Let's see. How about this?
I can't see what it is. I don't know what's going on.
How cute. You two
Okay.
really look great together, you know?
What are you going to do to us?
Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna handcuff you to a sink. Actually,
I'm gonna handcuff you to a
Are you
sink.
gonna beat us to death or something?
No. Nothing's...
What are you going to do then?
How'd you like to make a bet?
A bet?
You've got, 20-some minutes until the primary white doors open. So I'd say you've got 25 minutes until they close. Give or take.
Ah, piece of shit.
If
I know.
somebody happens to come by here before the doors close, you might live. But if nobody finds you, well...
We'll be penalized.
Exactly. So, I suggest you start screaming for help now. Unfortunately for you, just about all the rooms in this place are behind at least 2 nice thick doors. So unless they're pretty close, nobody's gonna hear you scream.
Ow.
Well,
Goody.
I'm off to the Floor B warehouse, okay? Enjoy your last 25 minutes. Later.
Like, he can't be much worse.
25 minutes passed and no one came. Of course, by then there were only 3 other people who could have come, apart from Dio.
You mean Phi, Kay, and me,
Yes, you were in the crew quarters at this point.
right? Yeah. I also noticed that the knife in Alice's chest had been removed. If only we'd known what was happening in the infirmary.
Unfortunately for Clover and Tenmyoji, their time had come. Once the primary white door closed, both of their bracelets injected them with Soparil.
The anesthetic,
Yes.
right?
Almost immediately they started to feel sleepy. I think that's when Clover realized she was definitely going to die. That was when she decided to leave her message. Just as you said, she wrote on her left thigh with her right hand.
And the words she wrote
Yes.
was Dio. Not Luna's number.
As for what happened in the rec room, well, I guess I don't really need to tell you. Your theory was essentially correct. What you said was what happened.
So Kay sprayed Dio's bracelet with the luminol, and while he was back, was turned to Dio, attacked him with the axe. Dio mortally wounded him, but didn't kill him, so Kay turned around and stabbed Dio with the spear. And I guess that's when we found them.
Yes.
And here we are.
After they went through the white door, Dio and Kay found themselves in the director's office. When they were done there, they headed back to floor A to look for everyone else. They went to the crew quarters first, then to the infirmary. Of course, they found Clover and Tenmyoji's bodies there. Dio expected to find them, of course, but he pretended to be shocked. Anyway, Kay checked them over for anything useful.
And that's when he found the luminol.
Right.
Ow. Raisin's over here passing out.
That's everything that happened. Do you have any questions?
Well, what do you think? Does a bear shit in the woods? Well, the first thing is Quark's bracelet. Why was it in the infirmary?
Tenmyoji had it. Then when Dio attacked him, it fell out of his pocket.
But when did Tenmyoji have Quark's bracelet?
I told him where it was. Do you remember when you were in the rec room with Phi and Tenmyoji?
Yeah, when he sprayed us with the luminol, right?
Right after then. When he left the
So
rec
long
room,
ass
he went
time
toward
ago.
the green door to look for Quark. I ran into him at the end of the hallway, where the 3 doors and the switch are. That was when I told him. Look, Tenmyoji, the center door is unlocked. He took off through it without another word.
That was the treatment
Yes.
center room, right? Where Quark was
Right.
sleeping?
It only took, as soon as he saw Quark, he ran to his pod and started crying.
Out of
Yes.
relief, right?
The display on the pod showed Quark's vital signs. It was obvious he was alive the moment you looked at it. Next to the pod was Quark's bracelet. That was how Tenmyoji got it.
Gotcha. Why was Quark's
I
bracelet
took
off?
it off. Aluminum
Ow.
foil.
What? Yeah, what? You mean the stuff from the crew
Oh,
quarters?
you found it? Did you know that aluminum foil has electromagnetic shielding properties?
Isn't that why people wear them on like their heads to keep aliens out or something? What?
Here's an exciting fact. Your heart creates a bunch of faint electrical impulses. Anyway, the point is that you can detect the electricity that your heart makes by pumping blood. Your fancy little bracelets pick up on that. They're always on.
Wait, so you're telling me that the aluminum foil can block the electromagnetic waves your heart sends
Yes. All you have to do is wrap it around your bracelet.
out? Wow, and the bracelet thinks your heart has
Yes.
stopped. Holy shit. It was that easy all along. Everything can be
Anyway,
fixed by
I
aluminum
used some
foil or
aluminum
duct
foil
tape.
to get Quark's bracelet off. Then I put it next to the pod.
Wait, why was Quark in the pod to begin
Oh,
with?
that's easy. I put him there.
When did you
Remember
do that?
when we were first looking for Quark? I found him unconscious near the entrance to the Golem Bay.
So you carried him to the treatment pot. Science! Right. We could probably make a decent way through Phi's ending. That'd be cool.
Yes.
When you're the one who unlocks the treatment center, too.
No, I was not. I do not have the authority to operate any of this facility's machinery.
So it was Zero Jr.?
That's right.
He reactivated your body, too, right? Man, I don't get any of this. Why the hell did he do that? I guess it wasn't really him that did it, huh? He was just doing what Zero Sr. and the old lady told him to do. Everything leads back to them. Of course it does. I feel like we gotta be getting a pretty good way through this one already. So, are you gonna tell me?
Tell you what?
Is it that obvious? Tell me what this project is. Everything that's happened in here has something to do with it. So why are we where we brought here?
To play the nonary game.
And why were we supposed to play the nonary game?
That was part of the project.
Why did Alice kill
Because
herself?
she was infected with Radical 6.
How did she get
Zero
infected?
Senior and the old woman did that. It was a
Why?
necessary evil. It had to happen for the project to succeed.
That's terrible. What would happen if Alice hadn't committed suicide?
Clover wouldn't have suspected me, and she wouldn't have accidentally killed me.
Then
I wouldn't
what?
have collapsed, and Dio wouldn't have found my body. That would have meant the confrontation in the infirmary never took place.
Those all snowballs. In other words, you're saying Clover and Tenmyoji died for this project.
Yes.
Well, actually, it was the turbocurine that killed them. But they were only injected with it because of their bracelets, and that's we're only wearing those bracelets because of the nonary game. If the nonary game was part of the project, then that's one more way it killed them.
I guess, if you want to look at it that way.
Now, what about Kay and Dio? Why would they kill each other?
Because Dio killed the old woman. He was worried about getting caught, so he tried to kill Kay before he could find out the truth.
Then if Dio hadn't killed the old lady, what happened in the rec room would never have taken place, right? So let me ask you this. Why did Dio kill her?
So that he could pose as one of the participants.
And why did he do that?
Disrupt the project.
Then why did she let him kill her?
The same reason they did all of this. It was a necessary evil. The project couldn't be allowed to fail.
Get the hint when it's starting to wrap up? Okay. 6 people died here. 4 of them were murdered one way or another by Dio. At first it makes it look like Dio's the reason they all died, but that's not true, is it? All of them. All 6 of them died for this project. That means that the murder, or I guess I should say murderers, were the old lady and Zero Seniors. Please, Luna, tell me. What is this project about? Who is the old woman? Who is Zero?
Sigma. Would you hug me?
Oh god, she wants a hug. Don't do it, man. Oh, never mind. Instead of answering, Luna wrapped her arms around me and buried her face in my chest. My own arms hovered in the air, confused about where they should go. I swallowed hard and tried to rein in my heartbeat, which has suddenly doubled. I was about to speak when I felt something warm on my chest. Was Luna crying?
This feels nice.
Hugs are nice. Her voice shook as she spoke. I lowered one hand to her head and began to gently stroke her hair, which started falling out. Luna? Whoa, what the hell is going on?
My ABT is usually held in place by muscle fiber, but after Clover gave me the tubocurarine...
Okay, I get it.
Does it scare you? This is what I really look like. I'm a golem, just a machine. A jumble of metal and plastic that pretends to be real.
Oh. You're not. You're like Chihiro, man. You're real. I wrapped my arms around Luna and hugged her as tight as I could.
You believed in me this whole time.
Yeah.
Even though I look like this?
Of course. I trust you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I wish I could stay here forever. You feel so nice. But I think my time is up.
What?
I've done things I really shouldn't have. Do you remember what you asked me earlier? About if Zero Jr. had reactivated my body? Remember? The truth is, he didn't. I did. I went to the part of the core that controls Zero Jr., and I hacked it.
Oh, wow.
Yes, that was the first thing. The second, do you know what the second one was? If I had really wanted to, I could have saved Clover and Tenmyoji. Then Kei and Dio probably wouldn't have killed each other. That's not all. I could have stopped Alice from killing herself, and I could have even saved the old woman at the very beginning. In other words, I had the ability to disobey my orders, but I didn't. That's the second thing. I broke the first law. I was scared.
Oh,
I was
gosh.
afraid to die. Obviously, hacking the core and taking control of Zero Jr.'s systems is very, very bad. Golems who don't follow orders can become dangerous, so we're terminated if we disobey.
Oh, God.
You lose access to your body, of course, but everything that's stored in the core, your memories, your consciousness, is deleted.
What?
Yes.
Saying?
Very soon now I'll be gone. Zero Jr. is probably recovering himself right now. Once he's done, I doubt I'll be around much longer.
What? So that's why we haven't
I
seen
watched
Zero
6
Jr. hardly
people
at all.
die and did nothing. I deserved this.
No, you don't. Even if you had done something, you would have been killed anyway. You can't blame yourself. You did what you could. You're not wrong. This game is what's wrong. Forcing you to watch your friends die is wrong.
Oh, Sigma, thank you. I'm...
Luna, it's going to be okay. I'm not going to let them do this. You're going to be fine. Just please.
My time's up. At least I get to die in your arms. Thank you, Sigma. And goodbye, Doctor.
What? What? Doctor? I'm the doctor. I figured it out. I'm the doctor. It's all wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff. But she couldn't answer. I squeezed my eyes shut and held her, unable to bear the thought of letting any more of her slip away. This is terrible! With one last quiet chime, the music box wound down. I was left with nothing but silence and the cold pool of tears over my heart. Is it done? That was terrible! It was totally Doctor Who! That was so depressing! Was that the Luna end? That had to be Luna end, yep. That was almost more depressing than Sakura. Which leaves only Phi's ending. So do I need, is that right here? That has to be right there. Basically. Or no, or is it here? Which one of these is Phi's? Because I just know it's not here or here. It's got to be here or here. Yeah, fill time. Do this and betray instead.
Two minutes remain until polling closes.
Yeah.
No?
Wait.
No what?
Sigma.
Oh. Oh, never mind. I went left. Oh, wait, right here? No. Oh, lock number 9. All right, here? Oh, because considering this is the Phi game over and considering I went all the way left. Oh, okay. Really? It's only 2? Cool. Luna and I stepped out of the AB room a little later than the others. Did I go to lock 9? I don't know. Where am I at? Oh, I have to go to lock 9? I don't know where I'm going. We'll figure this out.
Huh? What?
Need to search one person because I figured out who did it. Yeah, okay. I'll skip through the parts I've seen of that at least. I'm doing the fast forwarding. Look at all this. Woo! Bye-bye. Dum-buddy-dum-buddy-dum-bum. Oh, nope, we're done.
What, hoping I might spill the beans? Nice try.
What kind of beans? I like
Unless
beans.
one of you is secretly a medium, I think you're shit out of luck.
We need hero.
Wait, a medium?
Well, I'm out. Peace.
Wait, stop! Threw myself forward at Dio, wrapped my hands around his wrists, and slammed him to the floor. He struggled, but I pulled all my weight on him to keep his arm pinned, and I've seen all of this.
Shit!
Oh, nope, we're done again. How much time do we have left?
25 minutes or so, I believe.
And how much time until the white doors open?
More fast forwarding, so 25 minutes.
So,
You're
what
a
do we
robot!
do?
Put the password and
We
stop the
searched
bombs.
Dio, but he doesn't have a note or anything with the codes on it.
Only one option
And
left.
that is?
Intuition. We trust our haunches.
That's... Are you suggesting we just...
Do you have a better
Well,
idea?
No, but...
Wait, there's another way.
What is it?
Before I can tell you, everyone has to promise to do exactly as I say.
Sure.
No questions. What's your
I have
answer?
one. We all
Good.
nodded.
First of all,
Yay!
Sigma, you're coming with me. The rest
Okay.
of you, listen up. I want you to take Alice, Quark, and Dio to the Floor B warehouse.
Huh?
Why?
Didn't I say no questions? Good.
Yeah?
That's it, we're done.
Man, if I got mean.
That's... it?
Is there a problem? I seem to recall you promised to do exactly what I told you to do. Okay, we don't have much time left. Now get moving. Sigma, you're with me.
Alright, Fi turned without waiting and headed towards the door. Before I could blink, she was gone. Gave everyone else in the infirmary a quick thumbs up and a shaky smile. Take care of these guys. See you back on the floor B before you know it. I couldn't think of anything else to say. I turned and ran after Fi. I'd do anything, Fi says. I don't hate Fi. That's a compliment. Right, start getting in this nitty gritty. Fi's story has been one of the ones I've been most interested to see, really. Not that we're gonna get all the answers here, I'm sure. Okay, so what do we do?
Get the input device ready.
Right? All hooked up
How
and
many
everything.
minutes do we have left?
Well, they go off when the doors open, so 21 minutes.
That means we have 7 minutes per bomb. That includes travel time, though.
Bomb number 2 is in the control room on floor B, and bomb number... Oh, shit, sorry. So, we need to hurry,
Yeah.
right? So what are we supposed to do? I mean, do you have some sort of
Well,
plan?
it's not like I don't have one.
Then stop being so mysterious and tell me. What the hell am I supposed to do?
You need to make a jump.
Jump?
Yeah, to another world. Another history. You
I
didn't just
can't.
guess that Dio set the bombs, did you? You knew it. Because you remembered it happening in another history, didn't you?
Oh, yeah? I did, but
you
that's...
just have
I mean,
to do that again.
So you're saying I need to go to another history and get the password out of Dio
Doesn't
somehow?
have to be another one. It could be this one. Just go back to the past and question him. Then again, if you do that, you might end up changing things so you don't end up here. That would mean
Huh.
you couldn't deactivate the bombs in this history. So you have to come back to this exact moment or...
Ah, damn it! This is
well,
so
don't
confusing.
think about it then. We don't have time anyway. Just jump.
Okay, I get it. See you later then. Are you insane? You're talking about transporting myself across space and time. Also, why should I have to do everything? Can't you jump?
My jumps happen suddenly, out of the blue. I can't control them.
Neither can I.
That's a problem. All right, consider this. Maybe we've already jumped from another history to this one, but our memories of that history got damaged or something. We forgot most of what happened in that other timeline. If we can remember even a little bit, though. Anyway, it's just a hypothesis.
Are you saying I might know it already? And I just have to try to remember it?
I feel like we know. So, anything? We need the bomb password. Do you remember hearing it in another timeline?
Yeah, I just didn't write it down. I stared down at the input device. Password, the bomb password. Actually, I did remember it. I had heard it. I've only got number 2. Yeah! I love it. You were like, totally, okay. Appreciate it. Yay, no exploding!
Good job. It worked.
Phew. I sighed and wiped what felt like a bunch of buckets worth of sweat from my forehead.
So, you knew the password after all. Interesting.
Yeah, I guess I did.
You heard it in another history?
Yeah.
Just what happened in that other timeline?
Bunch of stuff.
Ugh, never mind. We don't have time for that. How much longer?
18 minutes. We did pretty good.
We've still got time.
Yeah, let's keep moving.
Come on. The number 2 bomb is next.
So we're headed to the control room?
No time to waste. Oh, and don't forget the input device.
Yeah. And then she was gone. That would have sucked. Hurriedly disconnected the input device and took off after her. 1 bomb down. Bomb 2 to go. How would you pick that up, or did you just find that out?
You got it?
Yeah, right here.
Hook it up. Okay, hurry it up. Plug in the password.
Alright, this is number 2, right? Oh no, okay, he's never... What the hell?
Calm down. You probably just typed it in wrong.
No, no way. I'm sure I did it right. Well, it's not letting me try. It's trying to do it on its own. Yeah, nothing. The password's no good.
Then it's different. All 3 bombs use different passwords.
Duh.
Shit!
I slammed her foot against the locker, her face uncharacteristically twisted by anger and frustration.
This is bad. What the hell are we gonna do? Try and remember it. Did you see or hear anything in another history that could be a password? A different password?
You mean like a different history from another one I remembered?
You figured it out there. You just can't remember it very well right now. Remember what happened with the last bomb? This one is just like that.
Another history. Password. Pumbaa, you look like you're having so much fun. Yeah, this is the one I actually do have. R in. Boop. 1 more, no exploding. 2 down. 3 to go.
Damn, this is crazy. So you did know it.
Yeah, guess so.
Well, don't scare me like that, all right?
Come on, it's not like I was hiding it. I just couldn't remember it at first. Then it just kind of floated up. Or maybe it drifted
Whatever.
down.
The point is, we disarmed the thing. Amazing.
You sure don't sound very
Okay.
amazed.
That just leaves us with the last bomb. It's,
In the
right.
garden?
Let's go take care of it while you're on a roll with these things.
Yeah. You make it
Well,
sound
don't
so
just
easy.
stand there. Let's go!
She spun around and was gone. I gripped the input device tightly and crossed and headed after her. Been doing a lot of running. Like she said, travel time. Do 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 do. Ba-doom.
Finally. How many minutes left?
9 minutes.
It's okay. We can still make it. Just stay calm, all right? You have the input device?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, go. We've done this
Go?
twice already. Do you really need a third pep talk?
You want me to remember another password,
Exactly.
right?
What else would I be talking about? Don't sweat it. You did great the last 2 times. I'm sure this one will be a cakewalk.
She's trying to
Third
be
time's the
encouraging.
charm, right?
That's not really how that's used. I'm just worried that lightning's not gonna strike twice or thrice in this
No,
case,
I
I
think
guess.
mine still works. There's nothing to suggest the first and second times aren't charmed too.
I
Whatever.
guess so.
Just do
Yeah,
it.
this
You're the
has
only
nothing
person
to
who
do.
can.
What about you? You can jump to another world
Yeah,
too, right?
but I can't remember things as well as you, all right? I'm doing the best I can, but either I haven't seen the stuff you have, or I just can't remember it. Maybe we've been going to different worlds. Anyway,
Yeah, I'll give
I'm
it a
counting
shot.
on you.
I don't know why we're complaining so much about, saving our own assholes. Lightning can strike twice or even 3 times. You can do it. This is nothing. You're a champion. We'll open the door to your memories. I like our prep talk. All right, what we got? J.D. Sure. Like the X-Racer. Yay, no exploding! 3 for 3. Suck on that, Dio, you arrogant son of a bitch! That feels good. I haven't felt this satisfied in ages. It's like my whole brain is just swimming in endorphins. I feel like I'm gonna melt and dribble out my ears. This is without a doubt what heaven feels like. Honestly, I feel like I could fly right now. Hell, I almost wish there was another bomb so I could feel this good again. Isn't this great? I know, we were like really excited about this. Thank you. Hey, what's going on? You're really harshing the vibe here. Would I really kill you to smile? I just saved everybody. Oh, also, not that I need it or anything, but it sure would be nice to get a thank you or something.
Oh, thank you, Sigma. You're the greatest. You're so awesome. I'll dress up in that swimsuit for you like I promised.
I mean, just the swimsuit thing would be fine, really, but, Are you even listening to
am.
me?
You said you wish there was another bomb, right?
Well, I mean, I don't really.
I hope you're happy. You're going to get your wish.
Oh, God.
I
What?
remembered something, too. Just a glimpse. We must have confronted Dio about the bombs. I'm not sure how, but we got him to tell us about them.
Good.
Exactly. I've planted 4 bombs. They're the ones numbered
Oh, that's
1,
right.
2, and 3.
Shit.
But there's also one more. Bomb number 0.
Oh, not right. I felt a cold shiver run down my spine. Suddenly I remembered it, too. Heard Dio say those very words in the Floor B warehouse. No,
Looks like
no,
you
no,
remember
no.
it, too.
Yeah.
How much time do we have?
Shit. 4 minutes.
Well, hurry up. We need to get to the 0 bomb.
Right. Yanked out the input device from the bomb, turned to chase after her, and we don't know where we're going.
What? Are
Yeah,
you
we don't know
telling
where
me
it's
you
at.
don't know where it is? You have got to be kidding me.
No, the hell would I know where the bomb is? Oh shit, you don't know. She bit her lips and nodded. Damn it. What the hell are we supposed to do now? We can't deactivate the bomb if we don't know where the damn thing is.
Calm down. Just calm down. You need to think, Sigma. There has to be a clue somewhere. Pretend you're Dio. You need to hide the bomb. Where would you hide something important?
In my pants.
Right.
Hide. If I were Dio. We figured something out.
Sigma, wait! Where are you going?
Don't follow me! Go find the
Dang it!
others!
Do you really think I'd do that?
I could hear her following me, but there was no time to argue. Instead, I focused on my goal. There was still time. It goes down right here.
Here?
Yeah. Should be between those AB rooms. Yep. Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. That doesn't sound good. How much time do we have
About
left?
a minute.
Shit!
Hurry!
I'm hurrying as fast as I can! Input device is plugged in. I was ready to go. Now I just had to enter the password. But what was the password? Couldn't shake the feeling that I'd already used up my third time charm. Still, I had to try. Oh, no, no. I should like actually time you. It would have been fun. It stopped.
Yeah.
Fine, I crumpled to the ground, and the adrenaline that had sustained is suddenly gone.
How did you know it was here? Did you see it in another history?
It's hard to explain. The short version is that Dio hid something here in another timeline. I guess maybe he'd put the bomb here too.
Pretty good guess.
Yeah.
Well, you did it. So, thanks.
Yeah, thanks. Oh, I don't need any thanks. Just
what?
About that swimsuit you
What?
promised.
What on earth are you talking about?
Never mind. Hope's dash.
Chromatic doors have opened.
DQ, I know.
5 minutes.
DQ is excellent.
This is bad.
I still swear by Smashburger's ice cream, though.
The white doors have opened. We need to hurry. Everyone else is waiting for us in the
They're
Floor
talking
B
about what?
warehouse.
Well, it's true. It's milkshakes. I do like Dairy. See, I would go to Dairy Queen before I would go to Sonic anymore. You know? What about the swimsuit?
What the hell are you going on about?
What about the swimsuit?
Just
Never
go.
mind. Like a defeated puppy. It's so sad. Before I could protest, she turned and ran towards the magenta door. I sighed and headed off after her. I ran into the warehouse to find everyone else already there. They'd done as Fi asked and brought the 3 unconscious members of our party back to the doors. Fi and I shared a quick glance and headed over to her.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad you're safe.
So, did you disable the bombs?
Yeah, I could have done it in my
Don't you
sleep.
mean in your sleep?
I could have done it in my sheep.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Good job, you guys.
No need to thank me. Although, I mean, if you insist, I wouldn't mind a little swimsuit time.
What? Huh?
You're disgusting.
He's trying extra hard.
1 minute.
We need to hurry.
Everybody know who's in their group?
Yeah, I'm
All right.
set.
Then let's move.
At Tenmyoji's command, we broke off into our teams. Kay carried Quark on his back and dragged Dio along the floor and through the white doors on the left Clover and Luna carried Alice through the door to the right, and Tenmyoji, Fi, and myself ran through the center door. I'm sorry, I just had this great
10
image
seconds
of Quark on his
remaining
back, and he's just got
until
Dio by the
the
foot, just
last
running
goes
with him.
slow. 9, 8,
Like a love cake.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Chromat.
What? Really? With a C? Cube room? What the hell is the cube room? Is it purgatory? What the hell? There's nothing here.
Well, there are doors. The one we came in. And that one, which I'm assuming is the exit.
Yep, figures. Won't budge.
The plaque on the door just said Q.
Ooh, what the hell is that supposed to mean?
Really? Now someone's just being a smartass.
Huh?
Nothing. Maybe the Q is for question.
Well, I guess it's a very questionable room.
There was a deck of cards here. Maybe the Q would be for Queen.
That's a quality guess there.
Right. Well, we need to get out of here. Let's find a way to get the door open.
We also need to find the star keys. I've got enough BP to open the door, but you guys need to play the AB game some more.
Yeah.
We still need a few more points.
If we can get those star keys, we should be able to play the AB game as many times as we need to.
Right.
So...
See, I've wondered why we never took
It's
advantage
just
of
a
that.
matter of time until we get the points we need.
Right.
Well, let's
Good.
get started.
Okay.
I thought we didn't have to do any seeks until the final ending. How is this a seek in this? What am I looking at? The room's empty. Here's something. Oh, what sweet hell is this? How much do you want to bet it's something to do with that? We should, have a look. Think it's a cube just floating here? Can't tell by looking at it. Why don't you touch it, see if anything happens? Feels like... What's that mind game? Oh, this is the... Oh! Oh! I would have stopped if I'd known that! I was gonna do the true ending, like, all at one time! I don't even know what I'm playing. What are we doing? It feels like that. I used to play this game on my dad's computer. I can't think of the name of it right now, but if you'd hit the bombs, it would explode. Well, I was just gonna wrap it, you know, I was just gonna wrap it all up with the true ending. So it wouldn't be separated. I thought we had to do Phi's ending and then we had to do the true ending. Okay, well no, that's fair enough. Let's wrap it up here because I thought we had to do, I was trying to get through Phi's ending so that I could have the true ending for the next stream. My bad. Maybe I misunderstood. Yeah, no, that would totally work for me. Let's go on and wrap it up here, and we will have a finale. A final VLR finale. And we will wrap that up, and then we can dink around for a couple days, I guess, and then we start Ultra Despair Girls on Monday. Yay! See, it all worked out. It's all good. I mean, we got through 3 different endings today. That's way more than I thought we were actually going to get through, so I'm really pretty happy with how tonight turned out, all things considering. So I'm pretty good with that. See, I didn't really, I don't know. I thought that would have to get filled in first, and then we went and did the true ending. I was like, it's just a white room. I don't know what's going on. So that'll be excellent. All right. Well, cool deal. Sorry for my, Yeah, that was, like I said, we hammered out a lot tonight. That was still really good for that amount of time, so I'm pretty happy with that. So I definitely appreciate it. Yeah, GG, thanks, Manny. You'll definitely have to come hang out for the finale. Thank you for the host, as always. I greatly appreciate it. I will see you guys mañana.